and welcome to the Pig and Whistle Tales from Azeroth. As always here at the Pig and Whistle Inn in Stormwind, I go for a variety of subjects with regards to World of Warcraft. Just grab a bottle or a pint, sit back and enjoy. This week we're going to be actually talking to another WoW player, and we're going to be going through a series of questions, kind of like an interview, but basically just how they started playing, their sort of memories within WoW, that kind of thing. You'll understand it once you get more into the podcast. But as always, we're going to be going through the weekly stuff firstly, and what's happening with the mythic affixes, stuff like that. So first off, we have the Dark Moon Fair that is up for the next few days. I believe it closes on the Sunday. So definitely get over there, get your Dark Moon tickets, maybe get some heirlooms, some transmog stuff. Definitely do that. And if you're in Classic, Dark Moon Fair is also up in Elwyn Forest. So get your Dark Moon Fair buff if you're raiding, and definitely go for them passes. Another weekly event this week is Children's Week. So make sure you pick up your orphan, do your quest with them, grab a potential pet at the end of it, and have your little child running about with you for a week or so. Help the little orphans out and definitely get them out and about seeing the WoW, world. And we also have, later on in the week, we have the Spring Balloon Festival. Basically, you hop into a hot air balloon and sightsee. This is mainly within Pandaria. And obviously, you can just chat with people while you're on this sightseeing adventure. It's a nice way to chill out and relax while visiting some of the beautiful sites within WoW, which is Mr. Pandaria. The mythic affixes for this week are tyrannical, so bosses are a bit more tanky as well as the minions that they summon. Bursting, so make sure you don't kill everything, kill a pack of 10 things on top of each other. That dot will kill you afterwards. And explosive, make sure these explosives are killed. Nice simple punch into the explosive will kill it. They're very weak, just make sure they do not explode. And obviously Pride, as it is still Season 1 and we are awaiting on Season 2. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the interview. So, just start with that. When did you actually first start playing WoW?
I actually started playing 2005. I think it was released 2004 in the US, right?
Yeah, 2004 was the WoW official release.
Yeah, and I think Europe was early 2005 or something.
Jesus, and you started playing when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel old?
It makes me feel bad at the game because I still suck at the game since 15 years.
So wait, you actually played through a bit of Classic or Vanilla?
Back in those days, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. It was just a lot of hunters and noobs. Nobody was good at the
skin
game.
On every raid mob.
Imagine nobody being good at the game for the first 6 months or something. Absolutely nobody. Nobody knew anything. No WoW head. No nothing. Just running around. I actually rage quitted. I didn't play any of TPC just because I played on my brother's account because my brother got it. Or rather, my father bought it for him, and we shared the account. So I played, or removed him from the computer and played.
That is the exact same situation with me and my sister. We had one account, and we just shared it. It's all right, my turn on WoW.
Yeah.
But wait, so you actually rage quit and just didn't play TBC at all?
Yeah, nothing. I came back for Wrath when it released.
Wow. So wait, TBC is actually going to be a new for you then?
It's a weird mix of nostalgia and this new discoveries. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Have you actually heard the release date? They've posted the official release date now.
Yeah, I was just reading it.
Yeah, 1st of June.
Pre-patched. I was looking at the dates and how I work and such. If I could play it semi-hardcore for me, or just come in for the scraps or something. I don't know.
I'm sure you just called in sick, right? For just a couple weeks straight.
about that.
I think that's the only logical sort of explanation, if I do say so myself.
But I think I was talking to Molly about it. The 18th of May, at the regular what do we call it? Management hours. Isn't that like 2 or 3 a.m. at Wednesday?
For us, no, for us on the Wednesday, the servers actually reset at 9 a.m. or something. They'll do the maintenance at 2 a.m., but it doesn't change anything until like 9 a.m. or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so Wednesday 9 a.m.
About, I think that. I'm not too sure. They might just close down all of the servers until, say, like the early morning of Europe or something. But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is always like early hours, 9 a.m., stuff like that. Have you heard the global release of TBC as well? So they're doing the like global release like they did with I think it was Warlords of Draenor, where they released it all at the same time throughout the entire world instead of like stages. So like America first. But yeah, Europe have it at 11 CET.
Yeah.
BC will drop, which is a bit shit. America get it at 3, which is a bit more reasonable, 3 p.m. over 10 p.m., or 10 p.m. for me.
Well, I mean,
for
11 p.m. is pretty good, isn't it?
It's not too bad. I mean, evening, you're probably not doing anything at 11 p.m., are you? You probably.
I think I'm working, but I can get home early, so I can be there for the release.
Yeah, I've just got some important business at home. Can I just leave work early? Yeah, cheers.
I think I actually run the place as well.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you're your own boss. You could just leave. You'll be fine.
I'll fix it. I'm the boss. I fix it.
Yeah, I'm the boss. I'll deal with this in the morning.
Yeah. Listen, guys, video games.
Yeah, exactly. It's more important, clearly.
Yeah.
No, I can't wait for TBC, to be honest. It's going to be good fun. As soon as it releases, I'm on that.
Yeah. But I feel it's a little bit rushed, isn't it? I felt a little bit.
I don't think. What do you mean rushed? I mean, they announced it at BlizzCon in Feb, and it will be about just under 4 months since they announced it.
I remember the classic hype. It was for a pretty long period of time, and then they released it like
2 years after it was. Yeah.
Yeah, something. Maybe that's too much, but I don't know. It's gonna be hard for to get to level 58 for us casuals. I mean, I'm not gonna make it to 58 on release date. That's
that's really tough in terms of if you're starting anew, you've really got to go for it. But
yeah, so that's
in terms of classic, I think because they knew what they were doing, going from classic to TBC, it's a lot easier of a process, isn't it? Instead of getting absolutely everything from the old logs or whatever it is, the old files or whatever, to make classic as it was. Just to go from classic to TBC is a lot quicker, I would imagine. So, and I would have imagined that they started this about 2 years ago when classic came out, because they had all the right, or they had the phases planned, didn't they, with Blackwing Lair, AQ, and stuff.
Yeah,
so that was their next project, I would have imagined. So it might have been 2 years in the making. They might have just put it together at BlizzCon and thought, well, we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Who knows?
Just to wing it.
Yeah. To be honest, I think it's quite good because Classic's kind of stale at the moment. There's not much in terms of it unless you're just next raiding.
Yeah.
And retail hasn't had a patch in 6-ish months, so they needed something. And apparently TBC's the thing that they need.
Well, doesn't matter. It's going to be good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to pre-patch more than anything, because it will breathe new life into Classic with the talent changes and stuff, because I'll just be doing Battlegrounds, in all honesty.
Yeah, what's the big changes to talents and stuff?
Talents, you get your new 2 rows of talents for all of the specs. You obviously get some spells that are a bit more tweaked. If you look at mages, Ignite's tweaked, I think it's an individual mage thing, stuff like that. But I think it's mainly the talents and the honor system that are getting changed within the pre-patch, because you get honor as a currency instead of the current system that we have it in Classic at the moment. Yeah, so you can build up honor and just buy some PvP gear when you're level 70, and you would have farmed it in the pre-patch which is really good.
I think that's isn't that like what most people think about TPCs, like the top of like the pinnacle, because it took the things that didn't work in classic or like vanilla, and they fixed it kind of like
yeah. I think that's, to be honest, I think that was kind of Wrath where it peaked. I'm saying that because that's when I started WoW. So Wrath was clearly the better expansion. But I think it was more, you had the same sort of talent system. It was just a lot more class changes within Wrath that sort of made it fairer, but also you still had the edge on certain classes in terms of like a PvP scene, obviously. But TBC did definitely give it a bit of a cleaner edge, almost, to classic.
Yeah, like polished.
Yeah, that's the word that I'm looking for. Exactly. I'm looking at this. We've only done one question. We just started talking about random stuff. That's quite cool. But do you actually remember, like, when you first started playing, how you actually felt? You just had no idea, really, or how old were you, if you don't mind me asking, when you first started?
Well, let me get the calculator out. How old was I? Now I'm only 35 now, so
yeah, only 35. Yeah.
Let's. I watched Kid. I think. Wait,
how many years is that? 16 years ago? So 19. There you go. Don't need no calculator.
19. Yeah, right. I remember. I was doing the. That's when 18 is when you do the service in Sweden for the armed forces.
Yeah.
So I just came back. Had no meaning in life.
So you decided to go on WoW.
Yeah,
interesting choice.
No, I remember just because my dad is kind of weird. It's not much for the fair approach. So I think he bought it for himself, of course, and he needed somebody to play with, so he bought it for my younger brother.
Oh, okay. Your younger brother and not you.
What?
He bought it for your younger brother and not you.
Exactly.
Why? Why did you just skip over you?
There's something wrong with my dad.
There's clearly a favourite child or something.
I remember back in the days when he got himself an Amiga, another old console. I don't know if you know what it is.
Amiga?
Yeah, like an old computer. It's like before
I've never
Pentium.
heard of an Amiga. I've heard of like Ataris and stuff, not an Amiga.
Yeah, but it's the same era, like Atari first, I think, and then the Amiga came. It was like back then. It was a polished version of Atari, I think. Something.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So games on discs and all that, and he bought me some games for our birthday. I remember I was 14 or something, 13. And let me see. Yeah, I didn't get to play because I was in school, so I had some work. I was 14 because I worked on summer. So I got it in June, start of summer, and then I worked a lot up in the fields.
Okay. So he probably chose to buy it for your little brother because you were just working.
Yeah, but the Amiga game, then the whole summer turned away, and then I don't remember. I mean, that's like 60 years ago, but I think there was something wrong with me. I couldn't play. And then like 2 months when I was like, okay, now I can play.
You had the time on your hand almost.
Yeah. And then he had took the games and then he had sold them. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But you didn't play him?
Yeah.
No, I was working in the field, you know.
Like, I wanted to play them too. What the hell?
Huh? He was like, okay, yeah. So he's weird. But I remember playing with him. I remember getting hooked because that's the first time I played like online massive multiplayer stuff games. So.
Yeah, on that 2005 internet that everyone had, that dial-up.
Yeah. Exactly.
God.
And also I remember I was so glad I was the oldest, the biggest, and the strongest.
Yeah, you just shove him out the seat. Yeah, my turn now.
Yeah, I literally took him away, literally, physically, and said like, "Okay, you can go do something else. I'm going to play your game now."
I think I think because I had a sister instead of a brother, I had to actually compromise and be like, fine, you get to do one battleground and then it's my turn. I can't just
Yeah.
shove her out of a seat. I think that's a bit unfortunate in for me.
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
would have just
Know what
tried it.
you
Yeah, just like, yeah, my turn. You got to deal with it. Go cry to mum or dad. That
Yeah,
sort
oh
of
God,
thing.
I have a sister as well, but she's 9 years younger than me, so
Probably wasn't interested in playing.
not back then.
No, no.
Because she was like, she was 9 years old.
Well,
No,
you
she
say
was.
that, but I think my sister
She's,
Mo
no,
started. I think when she was about 8 playing WoW.
she did.
Yeah,
Cute.
honestly,
Very cute.
I'm trying to remember. We started Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King was about 2009, 2010, 11 years ago. I don't even know how old I am. Hold up, I'm trying to think. Yeah, about 10. Actually, she started, which is
Man, you must.
insane.
Did you hit the PvP scene right away?
Yeah, of course
Like a
she
true
did.
force?
We rotated Arathi Basins. Yeah, she'll hop onto her character doing a Arathi Basin, and then, I'll come in about 5-10 minutes later. She's done. It's my turn to log
Yeah.
on doing a Arathi Basin, and we just kept switching like that. Yeah, one PC, we just shared it, and then, yeah, that's literally it. Still got her original character. That's why she's called Choc. That's why her hunter's called Choc, because her first ever character was called Choc Chip.
Oh, okay.
That's why her hunter's called Choc, yeah, to sort of, remember that time, not forget it. To sort of remember that.
Like an homage.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, sweet, cool. Well, I started when I was 19, so it's
Yeah,
too late
honestly,
for me.
I can't remember I can't remember like anything when I first started playing. The only thing I remember is doing the arena switching, or not the arena, the Arathi Basin switching, and
Yeah.
playing arenas when we both got 2 account or 1 account each, and I would send her in to die, and if we hadn't killed something by the time she died, then we just lost the arena. That was our strat. It was a flawless strat, if you ask me. Got games done quite quickly, but yeah, they're the only 2 things that I can really remember.
Yeah, listen, people. When I said people didn't know what they were doing, that's the god honest truth. I remember my brother actually trying to level one of those vanity pets. I mean, my brother's a bright kid. He's intelligent, but he actually bought like a chicken or something, tried to like run around and level it up for
Oh my
like
god.
a week before you're like, okay, wait, this ain't gonna work, is it?
Yeah, this thing's taken a while to level up. He should have started when they introduced battle pets. Then he would have had something to do.
Yeah. Oh my god. He started RP. He played an Argent Dawn OG back in the days.
Oh god. Jesus.
What a world.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Argent Dawn Goldshire.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't.
That is a different type of world. It really is.
It isn't like the poster for Warcraft.
It probably is. Everyone probably knows about Argent Dawn EU. They must. Argent Dawn Goldshire EU. They must do.
Know me?
Because it's kind of a staple point, right? I'm not sure if... I don't believe NA have that sort of a, server type thing. Like that server staple almost.
Yeah, I think maybe that's true, because I hear people talking about Goldshire and Argent Dawn as a thing,
Yeah, and I don't hear it on any other sort of realm, so at least you got something going for your realm.
Remember it being weird already, like in 2006.
Oh god.
Not that weird, But
yeah, it's grown. It's become a manifestation over the lifelong
festered.
Over WoW's lifetime. But what do you like sort of most about WoW? Like raiding, PvP, RP on Argent Dawn in Goldshire, possibly?
Possibly. No, I never RP'd until like later in my grown-up years, actually.
Really?
There's a story for that as well, but I
don't think I want to know that one.
No,
it's on Argent Dawn. I definitely don't want to know that one.
just ask the question. But WoW for me, I play games. I'm a bit of a weirdo, I think, when I play games because I play only old games, like nostalgic games, for a long time. I remember like playing, Baldur's Gate, an old game.
I've never heard of that, but I know
Uh,
old games, and I do play old nostalgic games as well, like
such a
Heroes
kid.
of Might and Magic, Stronghold Crusader. I play them sort of things.
But Baldur's Gate 3 came out now, but like 20 years later, because I think the first one came out 98, the second like 99 or 2000. The Throne of Ball. It's like the staple of the RPG games for PC. It's like the game of the year when it came out and all that shit.
I'm not even gonna lie, I've never heard of it. When did it come out?
I mean, 98.
Oh yeah, I was born that year, so
Yeah. So I give you a pass on that one.
Oh, cheers.
And I like exploring. I remember vanilla. I mean, when I say exploring, I mean like exploring, like swimming across like the shore until uncharted territory. Can I get there? Can I just get up that tree or that mountain?
I do know what you mean by that. I actually do. Because when I first started playing in Elwyn, you've got Duskwood that's just to the south. Yeah. I hit that riverbank and was like, oh, what's over there? I swam and got attacked by a little, like, level 22 wolf that absolutely ruined me. So,
exactly.
Yeah, the exploration I understand, to be honest. It is quite fun just to experience it.
Yeah, and I think I was up like in Burning Steps when I was like, not at all. I remember some of them being like orange.
No.
Or maybe red as well.
Yeah.
I died like, I don't even know how many times I died. Just to like get to explore the game. So exploration, I think that's the main draw for me.
I can understand that. Because obviously WoW is huge. And the sort of things that you can find, even in Classic, are like really fun. Have you ever, in Wetlands, have you ever been round to the far right and gone to Grim Atoll?
Yeah.
It's really cool. That's
Absolutely.
really cool. Like, just that's in the game, but like it doesn't mean anything until like Cataclysm or whenever it became a dungeon. And that sort of exploration is really cool.
Grim Atoll, right? Was that like when did the dungeon come out?
The dungeon came out in Cataclysm. Yeah, literally. It's on the very far right of Wetlands, and it leads on to like Twilight Highlands.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, the little bit to the right of Wetlands. And there's just a shit ton of like elites there in a Classic. And I'm pretty sure it's where you go for a Horde player to do the Oni attunement. I'm pretty sure you have to kill a Drake there or something. But obviously, as Alliance, you'd never sort of see it. There's no point for you to go over there.
Yeah.
But no, that sort of thing is really fun. Just the exploration, I can definitely understand. Because you have loads of different things. Have you ever been to the, have you heard of Atlantis? It's called. But it's like just a few houses underneath the ocean off the shore of Tanaris. Have you even heard of it?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's in the fatigue zone. You just go straight down. And when you hit the bottom, there's just several houses. Like gnome or goblin houses. And you can get there if you're a healer. That's about it. But
it's like the same direction as there's an odd quest. You have to go outside to those islands. Is it the same direction? You remember what I mean?
No, not them one. If you think of where Tanaris is, you go to the bottom right of it. You just swim out. You just swim like you're swimming to Eastern Kingdoms until you get to like the little compass bit, and then you just go straight down, like compass on the map. You just go straight down. It's terrifying if you're afraid of, deep water. It's absolutely petrifying. But it's quite cool. It's quite a cool little thing. But you just sort of wonder why it's there and stuff. Like, what were they planning to do with it and stuff like that.
I think I remember something. I never saw it, never heard of it. But when you say it, I remember like a top 10 list or something. Cool stuff.
Yeah. No, I found it just off of like a top 10 list and stuff and decided to go and like venture there for myself. But you've got islands that are all around that are just uninhabited. I think there's another one south of Tanaris again. It's literally a tiny island with like a few houses again, but I mean, yeah, I do understand why exploration is sort of a good or like the most enjoyable thing because there is so many sort of small things that you can find within WoW.
Yeah, but I always play games for like relaxation, and I never was like on the forefront of like progression or something. I never did it. So
Yeah.
I always like to like get away from something or just like chill out. So
Yeah, I think that's what it's meant to be at the end of it. I mean, it's just WoW is a game where you can just do whatever you want within it, I guess. So, if you want to chill out, if you want to push for, top arena gladiator, which I heard that you're going to be doing in TBC, right?
yeah, hard.
Yeah, hardcore arena player right here. But no,
But I like the idea of the arena because I'm kind of like I like the adrenaline of it and like the pure PvP thing. I like it. I actually liked Phase 2, but
God,
I don't like hunting for a flag. I don't get it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Battlegrounds
don't really sit well with me. Yeah,
I just want to fight.
I understand that. Yeah, battlegrounds don't sit well with me as well. To be honest, arenas are a lot more my style. But
yeah.
I mean, you only get what you're given in Classic, don't you? So it's battlegrounds or nothing, really. What level were you actually when Phase 2 hit? Because I was 54?
You're 50. I think I was just... I remember hitting the dreaded 48.
Oof.
So I was like honor for everybody.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I wasn't 48 when it hit, but I got there.
Oh, that's really rough. No, because... Well, the memory I have of Phase 2 is I log on to my level 54, start running through the Plaguelands, and there's just a massive Horde and Alliance group fighting each other just on the road, and I'm like, well, the honor started. That's good fun.
I think I got like, it must have been like 400 kills just from World PvP. It was
God.
Just from the boat in Menethil.
Oh, that fucking boat in Menethil, Jesus Christ!
Absolutely, I was laughing so hard. But
just
I mean,
about
I was
6 Horde on it constantly.
I was ganked like 6 times more, but still, I remember
what can you do?
Just fight the good fight, as to say.
Yeah, fight good fight, die on the boat, res the other side. That's all you can do. And then get killed immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when you get rezzed on the other side. Oh well.
I just want to log out and go to bed.
Yeah, I tried. Tried my best.
That was fun.
God, Phase 2 was it was something. Not being max level anyway.
Yeah, and I think the only time I was like just even slightly annoyed was Burning Steps. Burning Steps was kind of bad because
the mountain was.
Yeah, the mountain.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time I was like, people standing around the flight path and just camped flight paths all around for like hours and hours of time.
Yeah, I remember that. No, Blackrock Mountain was an absolute awful place to be when Phase 2 hit as well.
Yeah.
Because you had groups going BRD for like best in slot stuff. I can't comprehend being a melee and trying to farm Hand of Justice at that time. That would be infuriating, poor Flexer.
me, the level 49 Warlock running around getting ganked.
Yeah, I'm just trying to kill some Dark Iron Dwarves, man. Please.
Yeah, I just want a quest, really.
Yeah, literally, I can't be asked today. Just get it over with. What can you do, though? I wonder if anything like that will be in TBC, like if you'll remember a certain phase. I highly doubt it because it's half of the game, PvP, isn't it? Yeah, Phase 2 really just brought that into the light of things.
But I haven't even looked into like the schedule of it. Like, are they gonna? Is everything? No. What raids are gonna be available and all that?
I think a few things were mixed and matched or like changed about a bit. Mount Hygel was going to be in like Phase 4, but is now in like Phase 1 because, well, I mean, it's the same armor as like Karazhan. So why have it in Phase 4 if it's already outdated armor and stuff like that? So I think they've changed a couple things around, but I'm not too sure, in all honesty. All I want to know is when each season of like a new arena season is coming out. That's all. I'm not bothered about the raids, to be honest with you. That's all I want to know, when the season ends and when the next one starts, which I think is very straightforward.
Well, I mean, this is the only dungeons that I never did. I never did like so the original ones. Only the retail versions of them.
Yeah.
So
to be honest, I've never done the heroics, I don't think, for TBC, so that'll be quite fun to do. So, oh well, at least there's going to be new stuff for everyone, or at least those that didn't play TBC. Mm-hmm. This will be my... Will this technically be your last expansion that you've experienced as well? Because it'll be mine, because I've experienced Vanilla, and then Wrath and Lich King, and throughout. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, because you came back in Wrath and skipped TBC altogether.
Yeah, this is the only one that is new for me. Everything's going to be new. I can't remember anything. I can't even remember. I haven't seen like the old models of the dungeons.
It'll be good fun. I hope like when it drops, everyone's got that sort of feeling as when Classic came out, because that was a really good feeling. Like the first day Classic dropped. Well, for me anyway. It was just an absolute shit show of everyone trying to loot the same mob.
We had so much fun. Ridiculous fun.
I definitely had some loads of fun on Classic release. It was great.
You know, I don't have a lot of these like gaming milestones, but these 2 years I had Classic release, and then also I got tricked into Valheim, and my god, that game is awesome. I love Valheim. But we've done the current content in that game, so boom, now TBC. So I'm having like the gaming pinnacle of my life. I think.
Yeah.
I never gamed this much in my whole life, even when I was like just in school.
I mean, when you were in school, PCs barely existed. Just want to point that out. You know.
It's funny because it's true, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. The sad truth.
I was actually playing like real video games, you know, like an old big box of a TV. Like you had to put it on and wait for half an hour until the screen like degassed itself enough so you can see it.
That's kind of like this PC that I'm doing this on right now. It takes about half an hour to load up. It's just died throughout the years.
Yeah.
Speaking of like your gaming sort of, you know, pinnacle, have you actually had a best moment in WoW? Can you like remember any sort of like best moment? Or would it literally just be something like Classic release or something like that?
I think like a couple of milestones, I guess. A couple of like points in the Classic experience.
Oh god, let's hear them.
Not a single. I mean, the release was absolutely awesome. I remember it was like it's a game for me. It's still a game, and I'm a gamer. I like old games and such, but I'm not like I don't take it too seriously because I like to relax in the game.
Yeah.
But when Classic was announced, and then when we got closer to it, because I started playing WoW again with my 2 younger brothers on Art Dawn. That's where I started to RP because they did it, and I was like, okay, only time I can get with these stupid nerds is like start playing with them. So I joined them for like some storytelling and stuff. So.
Okay.
And so on. And the whole community, I never had a community back in Vanilla because I played absolutely alone. I had absolutely nobody. So that's why I rage quit sometimes. Because the game with no guild, no purpose, no progression, just running around
like what the fuck am I doing here?
What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, literally.
So it was like a big break because all the community I built up with the RP community. We even people from all the world gathered in Stockholm and had like a little meeting and played some board games and had some fun.
Yeah.
So we were kind of a crew. Thomas, you know, in Guild, Waldegrave.
Yeah, I actually do.
That guy was coming over from Holland.
Oh, okay.
So like most of the people was not too keen of the PvP stuff, or like the open world.
Yeah, obviously.
So they were gonna go on Hydraxia, Waterlords, a non-PvP RP server, and I was like, man, I don't think I can do that. I think I need, because I was feeling like, okay, what do I want to do with this game? Because the perfect, it was like the nostalgia and the rediscovery, because I didn't play the game properly. I didn't ever raid and all that. I was just running around like an idiot. So
Yeah.
I thought like, okay, I'm gonna try to get into multicore. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I know about the I don't know if you remember it, but the rehype of the fire resistance gear was kind of crazy. Oh man, you have to farm gear for
Nax. I can't remember last week's Nax Ramus run. So
it was so funny because I remember everybody talking about the fire res gear, better players than me, and of course, not hard to find better players, but so I had to make a choice, to choose like PvP, and nobody followed, absolutely nobody, except one Spanish guy named Adria.
Okay.
Also in that community. So it's just me and him, and maybe 10 or 12 or 15 people played on Hydraxia. So I was like, I'm going to leave my two brothers just for the PvP. But, I'm glad I did, because I need that, when I'm mining. I need to look over my shoulder, like feel that.
Otherwise it's just, I'm hitting another mineral. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So that was good. And then we started playing, and man, did we have some fun. You remember yourself the release? Absolutely bonkers.
I remember that release.
Yeah.
But I remember cutting in line when everyone else was queuing up.
No.
Yeah,
How dare you?
I'm not waiting for that line. That line was like 2 miles long.
I'm Swedish. I take my
I'm pretty sure Mel waited in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got like 6 screenshots of her moving up the line or something. It's ridiculous.
One of you is raced properly. That's nice to hear.
Yeah, it was clearly me.
So that was one of the good times, because the release was absolutely. Yeah, I mean, hitting like what's the first cave called?
First cave. Something mine. Jasperlode mine. No, gold. It might be Jasperlode mine. Something like that.
Jasperlode. Yeah. He's running around there and like trying to stand in a circle and try to grab a mob from.
Oh god, yeah, the amount of people in that, I forgot about that part. Yeah,
and sometimes you had the protection of like 10 people just absolutely slaying the kobolds.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you just stand there and lose the focus. Then suddenly a respawn. I respawn too, and then you have
and it's gone.
Yeah, and you're standing there like with like a wooden sword. So when you got like 2 kobolds on you, it was panic mode.
No, that's where I definitely don't regret picking a mage, because at level 6 you get Fire Blast, so there's that instant tag. Whereas if you're a warlock, you get curses and stuff, or like just Shadow Bolt. Yeah,
that's stupid.
I couldn't tag a single mob. So many mob tags off of warlocks. It's great.
but the damage though, so awesome damage when you first started out.
Yeah,
like compared to some people. Some classes.
Yeah.
But so I digress. The release, of course, and then it was kind of a slump. It's kind of a dip, because Adria, we met another guy, one of his friends.
Yeah.
And then they of course they dropped out because they're progression hunters.
Oh,
and he
really?
started. He played a warrior, and I played. I didn't even. Wait, did I play a warlock? I can't even remember.
I thought you said you started priest to heal like flags.
Yeah, I started playing a priest. Like that's my profession priest now. The one heal man. I think actually that was my first.
No, that wasn't your first character.
Can't be. How can I not remember this guy?
Well, you do have about 3 priests.
Yeah, I have to look up the old logs.
Oh god. In fairness, I'm probably going to look through some screenshots, because they're all good fun to like go back and reminisce.
Yeah,
they are really fun.
I was gonna play a priest, but then just last minute, seriously, like the day before, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going warlock." It was kind of funny because I'm the older brother, and I always play paladin, or like like a good, lawful good ranger. That's my like go-to. I'm the good strong, silent,
And then one
older
day you
brother.
got pissed off and completely flipped.
Yeah.
You just
And then
did a
I
180, yeah.
Yeah, and hit the PvP server and just went Warlock. And my brother was like, "What? Play a Warlock? Yo, fuck
Something's
yeah!
happened, yeah. Something's happened to you.
Souls, man, it's a new thing."
Oh, God.
So I remember the community building up. I remember the friend list filling up. Like in the first weeks of Classic, and I had a bigger community than all of the time I played retail all over the years. Yeah. Because you needed to, you added friends. Okay, this guy is a cool guy. Okay, this friend really stuck with me yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And kind of a slope. And actually, I remember meeting the Crystal Moon GM, Micke.
Yeah.
In Duskwood. Me, Flexer just started playing a bit late. We met Micke and John, the two guys that started Crystal Moon.
Oh, okay.
And we had a guild called the Avengers. We had like everybody had like a super here. I was like the friendly neighborhood lock.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No way.
It was really just Flex just joined. Me, I was active, and maybe one guy more. No. Like a kind of try hard hunter that had no place in this stupid guild.
Avengers Guild, yeah.
Yeah, he was the first guy that hit 60 by like 59 levels. It was stupid. I don't know what it was. So that was fun. Then we started Crystal Moon, and when the Crystal Moon era was absolutely the whole experience was the best part up to that, because a real community, we did stuff together. We just play the game.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That's when sometimes you got to do, just play the game.
Just play the game, and then when I met your sister, recruiting up in Arathi Highlands.
I vaguely remember Mel saying something about like just getting randomly invited to a guild.
Yeah.
Just like this person messaged me, like we did a couple quests or something, and now I'm just in this guild. That was kind of it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, nice.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Not really the same approach in retail. Can't really walk up. It's like retail is like being in a big metropole, like a capital.
Yeah.
You don't really say hi to people. You just do your thing.
No, it's just more NPCs walking around you almost.
Yeah. If you do like slash wave to somebody or like hi, how are you? Then you're like a troll or something.
Yeah.
That's more like retail.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got all the automated stuff, don't you? Where like you just apply for guilds and stuff like that. But obviously, Classic is built around the community because 40 people for a raid, stuff like that. You actually need to be active in a guild and like in order to do anything in Classic, to be honest. Yeah. Unless you're willing to just pug, 24/7 every raid, but there's no fun in that really.
There's some fun. I mean, some of the pug raids have been really fun. Some of the pug raids, like in late night, weird, off the rails.
I remember you saying or posting about that. That was like a midnight molten core run. How long did it go on for, or something?
At least 5 hours.
Oh my God! 5 hours in molten core, Jesus.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks. Because we actually did. Sometimes we had like an 5 or 6 hour AQ20, but that's when like the whole raid collapsed, and I had to rebuild it from scratch because I was like, okay, fuck it, we're only 3 people left in the raid, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done.
Jesus.
And then I like recruit for 3 hours and then we do it. So, but the molten core run, we actually did molten core for 5 fucking hours. Excuse the language. Sorry about that.
It's fine. Don't worry. No, I'm at that point. I'll be out after 1 hour of molten core. I'm out at this point. Molten core is infuriating. Or it's just a drag sometimes.
I remember I had so much fun with that. I remember like we had nothing. What you need to do molten core, we had nothing of it. Like we didn't have a proper tank. Most 50% of the raid we had like a druid tank that could barely tank. And then even he dropped out. We didn't even have a tank.
Oh,
So we got like a DPS paladin with like a some weird green shield on him.
oh God.
And that was our main tank for
Oh,
Major Domo. And I mean that fight can be kind of challenging if people don't know what they're doing.
yeah.
And it can be a problem, you know. I've wiped a couple of times with some serious pugs as well. And
God.
our off tank was actually an evasion rogue, like
No.
flasked up. Yeah, it was really seriously. We like, and we actually did the Major Domo one.
What kind of circus act is that?
Everybody was just like, you know, we're not gonna do it, but let's fuck it. Let's throw our dead bodies on these.
If we throw enough dead bodies at them, they'll die. Yeah.
And we did it. I mean, pretty solid. Not even half the raid was dead. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, maybe we can do this." I don't know why we did it.
Oh,
And we like put every potion together. Like, what do we have with us? What can we do? Summon some people out in and out of the raid, and then we headed for Ragnaros.
That's kind of the weird thing about Classic, because you could be sat there for 5 hours. It's infuriating as hell, but you still remember that run. You still remember completing that run.
Exactly.
That's the weird thing, because that would annoy me, but it's something that sticks with you.
Yeah, we're all different. I remember us getting Ragnaros to 50%, but that's when then the submerge came and reality hit us. The damage check was just not there. I mean, seriously, we're tanking with a broken paladin and evasion rogue, so, you know, of course we didn't make it, but
yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it's meant to be. That's what sort of sticks with you.
And the first Molten Core, you know, that's when that's basically
the first time I stepped into Molten Core, I do kind of remember it. I remember getting no binding still. But I remember my first piece. It was some wrists off of what's the second serpent boss? You go Lucifer, you go Lucifron, you go Magmadar, and then it's the third one. No, it's not Shaz.
No.
Oh, the second serpent boy. We'll just call him that.
Yeah.
Harbinger? No, Harbinger's.
Harbinger's in the.
They're all the same boss. They're all the same damn boss. It's ridiculous. But yeah, they were my first ever pieces. The Arcanite, or not Arcanite. Arcanist were my first piece, but not from the boss. It was the gloves.
Yeah.
It was like 19 stam, 11 ink gloves. They gave no spell power at all, but, you know, it's good stats. Needed them.
Good stuff.
Yeah. No, first tier piece was in that raid, though, and it was the wrists. So, at least I got something half decent.
That was good. I remember striding into the first... because the first epic I got was... I still have it in my bank, of course, the Robo the Void. I mean, that's fucking awesome, because you can actually make stuff... I actually chose Taylor, and I make the thing for myself, and actually wear it in a raid. I didn't change it until I got maybe... Was it the Fellheart robe? Could it be that? I think it was a Fellheart robe. Or maybe something in between.
Are you still a Taylor now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did something very similar, but I was engineering and mining. I gave up my engineering to go Taylor to make Robot the Archmage.
Nice.
It cost me about 1.5k gold.
Yeah.
I made the Robot the Archmage, went back to engineering, and I used that in like raids. And when I got to Blackwing Lair, I got my tier 2 chest, and I wore that over my Robot the Archmage. And I sold my robe, which was a really bad decision, because apparently that's my best in slot for AQ.
No.
Yeah, because mages go fire and it had crit on it. So...
Ah, right.
Yeah, I kind of ballsed up there. I basically spent 1,500 gold to get 50% of the value on this thing. Not to mention the gold that I spent to retrain engineering, which is a gold sink in itself. But yeah, that one's going to pain me. And that one's always going to pain me. And I'll always remember that.
I did 3 of those engineering runs where you hit Gnome engineering, and you get all the stuff.
Yeah.
With three of my characters. and then
Reroll
relearn
to
it.
Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never had to do that. Not 3 times. Did it once, more than enough. And I didn't even do everything in gnomish engineering, but I was like, I'm not spending more gold on this profession. There's no chance.
I haven't used the damn battle chicken yet. Is it even viable for something?
It's good against rogues.
Rogues? How do you do that? How do you play it?
You kind of pop it immediately. Because what rogues want to do is blind you and re-stealth. If a fucking chicken's hitting them, they're not going to re-stealth, are they? The chicken's not meant to kill, it's just meant to annoy.
But
so that's where it comes into play.
But I think it doesn't it actually some people actually popped it in raid, and one of its attacks are like a buff the whole party.
What you could do is pop it say something like before you pull a boss. Like on Valastraz in Blackwing Lair, what I did, I had the claw from Cthulhu. I put that on the melee side as he was about to become active, blinked back and switched my trinket. So I've got this tentacle whacking him from the melee side, as well as having 2 trinkets still. So that's probably the best way to do it if you want to utilise a chicken. But I don't know about it giving the buff. All I know is it's a PvP potential in terms of annoying rogues.
I think so. Like the battle squawk or something. Does some kind of weird effect. Doesn't matter.
As long as it's an annoying chicken that hits a rogue while he's trying to re-stealth, I'm all for it. That's its sole purpose to me. If he dies annoying a rogue, he's done his job. Good for him.
Exactly. Good chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Not much else I really wanted to ask. I mean, I've asked very few questions, but it's just led into a shit ton. But just one more really. How often do you sort of play, and when you play, do you play with only specific people when you're online, stuff like that?
Yeah, it's for me. I wouldn't say that WoW Classic has been stale, but I only have so much time, and I try to do one big raid. When I say big raid, I mean like current content for me, like next now. And I mean with a family, and when I have to say, listen, I'm gonna be gone from the family from like 3:30, and all over that demands a little tweaking of the life.
Yeah, so I gotta kill this lich. Yeah.
Yeah. So one raid with our guild, of course, and then maybe do a low level with my old guild, your sister's guild.
Yeah.
Because right about now, I think the low level is still the most fun. I don't even know why, but
I'm finding that. Yeah. I'm finding like the older sort of dungeons. Like I've been raiding since I can remember. I think it was about December of 2019 was my first raid, and I've missed about a month or 2 in terms of raids, like every week. And I rarely went back to the old dungeons that I was doing when I was leveling my main. So to go back and do them now is actually really enjoyable. Like the Scarlet Monastery runs, like even Razorfen Crawl. I think I did that once on my main, but I just don't remember it.
Yeah,
and that's what kind of makes it enjoyable. It's really weird how that happens.
Funny that you would say that Razorfen Crawl was enjoyable. Do you remember our run of the dungeon?
I don't remember anything.
No, exactly.
Yeah, it happens, and well, in fairness, I think you have such a bad memory of it because you guys did the quests outside the other instance after I had left. So maybe that's why you think it's bad, but I don't.
You know, when you play too long and you get almost like delirious, you don't know what's happening. That was close to it when I was like, is it one more? It was like 3 different kind of mobs, and I was like 9 out of 10. I thought I saw like 9, then we killed like 5 more, still 9. I couldn't even remember what that was.
But no, you say like the old content, like the dungeons and stuff, are fun, but you never went to that Gnomeregon run. You bailed on us with that Gnomeregon run.
Listen, I was
in Gnomeregon. You bailed us. That's
basically
rough,
crying. I still have the quest in my stupid one-healed man's.
Don't care. You're never going. You're never going into Gnomeregan with us. I'm not going to be seen dead in that dungeon again.
I know.
At all.
I was pretty close doing a spontaneous because I was like, like if I check the wall, 5 to midnight over here in Sweden.
Yeah.
And I just logged on, like, do a little postal duties maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta go to sleep. I work in the morning, like up at 6, and then I see like the perfect looking for healer Gnomeregan last spot. I was like, shit.
Do I?
I was seriously looking at the watch, like, damn it. Can I really enter like midnight, half past midnight or something? Can I actually join a full? It was a full Gnomeregan.
Ooh.
So I was like, man.
Yeah, that's rough.
I couldn't do it. I would have been dead at work.
Even if I had every quest for Gnomeregan and it guaranteed me 5 levels, I wouldn't go into Gnomeregan again. Still.
It is a rough dungeon. I mean, it's like...
I just hate the layout of it, man.
Yeah, I think the layout is worse. And some of the quests is a little bit too much...
Oh, the punch card quest is something else. Honestly, that's ridiculous.
And also, when you're doing it, one of the worst things about that dungeon is, like, when you do it, you never get a group that wants to do everything, of course, because it's ridiculous. Like, look, do all the little... those little crust, dust, grime ring and all that. I mean, nobody does.
No, screw all of that. Just
and
kill Thermoplug, and that's the only quest I'm doing. Thank you.
Yeah, and you only get like one swing at Gnomeregan. You get one good group in your classic experience for Gnomeregan. That's what you get. If you miss,
there's good groups for Gnomeregan.
I'm taking our group. That didn't. Yeah, your group.
I'm not even taking that group. Any group that sets foot in Gnomeregan is not a good group. That is a cursed group.
Yeah, I think that's my new goal, to do a full Gnomeregan run with my stupid priest. I think that's my life goal now.
I wouldn't make that your life goal. Trust me.
Maybe not.
It's not a good life goal. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. So what was the question? If I
just how often do you play, and like, do you play with specific people and stuff?
Yeah, I have the old guild and the new guild. That's the only people I play with now, really.
Just like when you can, because obviously you've got work and you actually have a family to balance as well. Obviously. Yeah,
and animals and stuff, livestock.
Wait, livestock.
Livestock. I got 7 horses. I don't think the term is livestock.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. Why the fuck do you have 7 horses? That's a question that I'm going to have to ask you another time.
Yeah. Another story, another time.
Yeah, that's something that I've only just found out.
So 2 nights a week, maybe. That's when I play, like, booked Warcraft. But I log on.
You're allowed to by your wife, you mean?
No, I'm a 35 now. When you have a family, it's like, if I take the time, it's really what I do. I take the time.
Yeah.
So the conscious says no. The third time is like, no, I can't. It's only fun for two times a week, I think.
Other than that, it's sort of like playing on your mind that
like
you've got your family in the back.
Yeah, what the fuck am I doing in my life?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's nice to just get away sometimes. And sort of 2 nights is the maximum in that regard.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
So I wonder what happens in TBC, because
that's another story. That's 7 days is more than enough time. Yeah.
let's save that for another podcast.
Yeah, 100%. TBC, how it changed my life, how I've gone bankrupt, how I've lost my family. Yeah, just nice easy one.
Worth it.
Well, it better be.
I will see what happens.
They spent a while on TBC, or so we think.
What's the first dungeon you do?
Hellfire Ramparts.
Hellfire Ramparts.
100%. That might be the very first thing that I do in TBC. I go through that portal, I head to Honor Hold, head straight to Hellfire Ramparts. That might be the very first thing that I do.
Cool.
Oh, it's going to be great. I can't wait for it. It's going to be so much fun, even in pre-patch.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. But no, that's That's all I got time for, really. Obviously, cheers for taking the time, Nav. Really appreciate it. Being a guinea pig almost.
It's just fun talking with you.
Yeah, it's good fun. I mean, I learned that you now have 7 horses, so gonna have to definitely discuss that at a later date. Just what the fuck you're doing with them. But
yeah, I can ride a horse. I even jumped to some.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I actually had no idea.
Well, I don't really. There's sides to it. I reckon I don't know everything about you as well.
Nah, I'm quite close, but I just talk about WoW. That's about it for me. If it's not WoW related and I can't express myself through my character, then you're not going to get much out of me. My family probably don't know who I am at this point.
No.
They don't see me enough.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're a hardcore nerd, because if you weren't, I would never have seen the inside of Molten Core. I think because that's the first invite we got for Molten Core when we joined the AFC.
Yeah, Mel forced me to bring someone along, so
that was
lucky.
Nice.
Yeah, I was forced. My arm was twisted by my sister.
I knew it then.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, I'm lucky.
And now you're just like gum on the bottom of a shoe. You just won't go away. You're still in next with us. Like, what? Go.
What happened?
It's ridiculous.
Filthy casual.
Yeah, filthy casual. Just being brung to Nax. It's ridiculous, to be honest.
It's really weird, Like when entering Classic, I was like, am I even gonna see the inside of Molten Core? Really, I was, because I didn't raid back in the days.
No.
And then now I have full sets, Fellheart, Nemesis, and Doomcaller. That's kind of weird. Sometimes I used to log on to look at the bank and like, that's weird.
Yeah,
it's
that's
weird
having cool.
The gear. Yeah. Weird having the gear.
No.
Okay.
No. Cheers once again for taking the time. Appreciate the guinea pig.
Anytime.
Thanks, Nav. I really do appreciate it.
Of course. I guess I'll see you on Sunday, maybe, at least.
Maybe, because I don't think that I'm going.
I think that's my last next then.
I think it's mine as well.
So I think I can't make it the next one.
But no, thank you once again, and probably, I'll just see you when the next event's up for either Crystal Moon or AFC.
Yes, sir.
No, cheers again, man. Take care.
Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
Bye. So, thank you all very much for listening, as always. He's a lovely chap, and I do appreciate him taking the time to talk with me on the podcast. And do check out all of the social medias and stuff on Pig and Whistle. Check out the Twitch and YouTube as well. They'll all be down in the links and stuff. Definitely on the website. You know where to find it, www.pigandwhistletales.com. Thank you all very much for listening, and go with Valor, friend. Goodbye all.